by a vote of 4-0. Matt, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
All right, Matt, you refer to yourself as a diabolical super genius.
I'm a diabolical super genius.
Would you also refer to yourself as modest?
No, I'm not too modest. That's not a moniker to describe me. I do have a little bit of self-confidence, you would say. I am a certified genius.
Matt, you pulled a Johnny Fairplay in that you made up this whole phony baloney story about your wife being sick.
Just to be abundantly clear, my wife does not have melanocytosis or any disease for that matter.
I could see how that could get you a little further in the game in the short term. People might feel sorry for you. You're getting the sympathy vote. But what about the long-term strategy of that? Because I know if I'm in that game, I don't want to bring someone with a sick wife to the final two with me. I'm getting them out of there.
First off, Johnny Fairplay ain't got nothing on me. The lie helps me a little bit, like to some point in the game, actually about the point that I got booted. And then it starts really sinking because people are just playing the game and they don't care about sympathies or anything. But I'm a huge competitor, so I was confident enough in myself, genius, that at a point in the game where the lie wouldn't be effective anymore, I would make myself get to the final two.
You guys, I'm a favorite in this if you're betting.
You know, lie or no lie, it wouldn't matter. And then where it really starts shooting back up again is in that final two. I mean, that's what's going to get me the $500,000.
You formed this sort of friendship/alliance with Reagan. Do you wish you'd kept that more under wraps?
I do wish mine and Reagan's friendship was a little more low-key, but I mean, my under wraps alliance was the brigade. I am the hero of the brigade. Reagan, you know, the heart wants what the heart wants. He was my boy.
He's playing for his wife, Stacy, who has a very rare bone disease.
We were just genuine friends. I wouldn't even call it an alliance. I think he would call it an alliance.
From where I'm seated, it's a package deal.
I wouldn't. My alliance was the brigade, and that really was a secret alliance. I'm going to venture to say we were the strongest alliance in Big Brother history. Let's say it was a Final Four situation, and I had to pick between taking the 3 Brigade or Reagan. I would have taken the 3 Brigade, but if it got to a Final 3, and I got to choose either a brigade member or Reagan to go with me, I would have taken Reagan, because that would have been more of a personal decision. But ideally, I wanted a brigade Final 4, Final 3.
Which brigade member would you have wanted sitting next to you in the finals?
It was all brigade, and I had to pick one brigade member with me in the finals. I definitely would have taken Enzo, because I don't think he has any shot at the $500,000.
I feel like I've been shunned.
But he's so good in challenges.
Everyone but Enzo got it correct. Enzo stepped down.
Sorry, Enzo.
Sorry, Enzo stepped down. Congratulations, Brittany.
My arms are done. My right leg's killing me. Come on. I just don't understand it. I know nothing. My bad, guys. My bad, man.
Oh, all the brigade is great at challenges. Yeah, fantastic.
I got my 3 boys up there. I'm trying to keep the faith, but they're just like 3 buffoons.
They're great people to have with me in the Final Four because I know I could have swept through them. I was getting more and more confident. Genius. Because as the house whittled down, and the brigade, that's 4 people in the house, and I knew 3 of them were just totally worthless, so I'm like, this is going to be a pretty easy trounce through the house. But obviously it didn't work out because I'm sitting here talking to you.
What was the strategy of keeping the brigade alliance so secret? Because it seems like you guys were able to keep a lid on that very far into the game.
A secret alliance is the best. I don't know how it hasn't been a strategy for anybody in the past like this. You know, the other part of the brigade is to make sure we had our side alliances. If a brigade member went up, there'd be no danger of another brigade member going up because the danger would always be putting someone up with this side alliance. My side alliance happened to be the most overt one, and that's what nailed me first.
When I'm mad, he's going home. That's it.
We have a question for you via Twitter. This came from a lot of people, but T. Bronley wants to know, why did Matt not throw the brigade under the bus? He knew they were going to get rid of him last week.
I think the brigade is loyal to the point where they would never put me up unless they needed to. And if they needed to and they had to vote between me and another brigade member, they'd vote me out. I was the first one to go in that situation, but I think that's the only situation that I would have gone out of the brigade.
You swore before the season you weren't going to throw any challenges, then you throw a challenge. Explain yourself.
Sorry, Matt, you've been eliminated.
Biggest mistake I made. I went back on a strategy that I had. I should have stuck to my guns the whole time. I was a victim of my own overconfidence. I'm totally orchestrating everything. I really thought I was safe this week, and I really wanted to play in the next weeks because I didn't know where the house was going to go, and I figured if I'm safe this week, you know, I don't want to risk the unpredictability of next week.
All right, Matt, I have to know, how flimsy was that diamond power of veto? Because you totally ripped that thing to shreds, it looked like.
Yeah, it seemed really well constructed at the time I put it in my pocket, but when I pulled it out, it just sort of fell to pieces.
It's not really a well put together Diamond Power veto.
I don't know. I think Big Brother lost some of their budget when they had to create the Diamond Power veto, but they spent it in other good ways. Those competitions are insane.
That budget had to go to the Zingbot, my friend, all right? Who do you think, Matt, the second saboteur was?
Well, I thought it was Kathy. I was convinced of it, but then we never got a video kind of saying, hey, I'm Kathy, after we voted her out. So Now I kind of don't think it is anymore, and I actually think it's one of the brigade members. I think it's Enzo.
What?
Enzo was always on my radar, even in the first saboteur. He was on my radar in the second saboteur, and now that it's not Kathy, I would bet the bank that Enzo is the second saboteur.
Matt, now you get to go spend some time in the jury house with Kathy and Rachel. How you feeling about that? Good times?
No, good times is not what I would not use to describe that. Kathy and Rachel, it's, I don't know. I mean, Rachel's insane. Kathy is insane in her own way, but in more of a boring insane. So I might just keep to myself and hang for a little bit. And, on the plus side, there was a double eviction, so hopefully someone cool will be coming and following in my back. Hopefully a brigade member. Even Reagan would be awesome, although I would like him to win the game.
All right, finally, Matt, if the Zing bot were to zing your play in this game, what would he say?
Hey, Matt, you were supposed to be the biggest competitor, and you are completely worthless. Zing.
Zing.
Genius.
My bad, guys, my bad.